Hello and welcome back, everyone, to CozyCryptidGaming. As always, I am your host, Cozy, and we are back once again for episode 3 at this point of Them's Fightin' Herds story mode. So, as a brief recap, or for those who've missed previous episodes or didn't see any of the VODs, this is the fan project turned original game for the My Little Pony fighting game that people tried to make 10 years ago at this point? I need to double check that. But it started off as a fan project, and then they got a cease and desist letter, and then they made it their own thing with help from the actual creator of the show, and now it's a surprisingly in-depth story mode for a 2D fighting game where you play as various legally distinct hoofed animals. We have been following the adventures of Arizona, one of the Prairieland cattle. Cattle. I was going to say cattle people, but they're also just cattle. In her quest to find a mystical key to seal away the ghosts of predators long since past who have been showing up and threatening various people throughout the land. So we're going to continue with that, in particular with the dungeon delving that we've been doing, and we will go from there. I'm not actually sure how long the story mode on this is, and there are like other games that I want to get to relatively soon, so if we hit like a good stopping point by the end of this stream, or if it like switches to a new character, I might treat that as a stopping point. Because I have a bunch of other games that I want to get to. Let's get into it. We will continue where we left off. Because we are exploring we are exploring ancient ruins in a... This is like Stardew Valley meets like old 2D Zelda games. Okay. Alright. Combo. I know, like, I have learned, like, one combo in this game. This is also probably a good point to mention, because I think I've brought up in some of the previous streams, I am not really a fighting game person. I've played a lot of Super Smash Brothers because I was in a gaming club in college and high school, and had friends who had the consoles, even if I didn't have them. So I've played a lot of Smash Bros. I have played a little bit of Guilty Gear Strive because it looks incredibly cool, and the Polygon video about how to get into fighting games without having a bad time was one that I watched and wanted to try to put into practice. Thank you, Pat Gill, because honestly the advice he has in that video is useful for a lot of other genres as well. But I didn't think there was going to be a fighting game that would sort of fit the vibe of CozyCryptidGaming, and then lo and behold, this was on Epic Games as the free game of the week. Like a few months ago. So I got it there. It's also like available for very cheap most places as well. So if you have a couple bucks and want to give this a try, check it out. Temple of the... Hang on. That is one thing I will say about this. The title cards go away a little too quick for me to read them. Semi-Transept of Cromulence, Temple of the Ancestors. We're gonna try other areas. else, because this looks like a bonus boss. I want to warm up a little more. Also, I need more water. Which reminds me, as always, stay hydrated and stop hunching over your screens. I say as I crack my own back. Oh! Hall of the Monolith, Temple of the Ancestors. Jackpot! Heck, that stone looks like it's practically screaming with clues. Let's go have ourselves a gander. Sense a powerful presence nearby. Inspect the monolith and advance the story. I love that this game does this. Like, there are games that sort of tell you without having an actual text box come up, but I do love that this game does just say, hey, if you go forward, it's gonna be like a bit of a time commitment and it will advance the story, so if you want to go back and do other things, like, now is the time to turn back. Like, I personally love that. There's probably people out there who say that it, breaks the immersion or whatnot, but, like, I think it's a good thing. Video games are inherently an interactive medium. Use that. I'm actually gonna go do, but what if I miss something? Because actually, now that I know that advances the story, let's check out this little extra thing. If we can? Huh. It doesn't let me. But I can hop in the water. Okay. Oh, but this gives you a bunch of health and stuff. Okay, so this is to make sure that you're ready for the big fight. Well, now that we know that that's there, maybe I will take a quick swing back through. Just to remind myself if there was any... No, because that was the way back. These are not actually pits that go anywhere. They were like unlocking boulder things from last time. Right, there is you that I kind of wanted to get back to. So you know what? Nope. This will also give me a little more... walk back. Oh. The other reason to do a little more exploring this time around, make sure that I have the controls and remember them enough for this to be, effective. There we go. Nice basic combos. Aha, we can sneak through here. Excellent. Launch. Launch. Basic combo. Come on. Come on, Flopsy. Launch. Basic combo. Basic combo. Okay. Also give me health, so I'll take that. Can't actually make it up there. Ooh, there's a chest though. Okay, time to find some loot. There we go. Bandages, hang on. Wardrobe. Oh, ancient wrapping, sorry. Nah, I like the hobo bindle. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. But hey, we found extra secrets, which is always good. And yeah, let's go ahead with advancing the story. See what things lie in wait for us. Ooh, excuse me. As I pop another cough drop. I don't know about any of you viewers, but allergies have been a problem for me. It's time. Let's go. Alright, what do you got here? What do we got here? Uh-oh. Oh, nuts. Is this thing booby-trapped? You there! You there! Who are you and what is your purpose here? Speak! Well, thank you for asking. I'm Arizona, champion of the prairie. Oh, really? Is that all? Well, I suggest you leave. You're in the way and I have important business to attend to. Leave? Now look here, Missy. I'm sure getting tired and... yeah. I'm sure getting tired and everyone telling me, stay out of this and go... Stay out of this and go home that... I've worked hard to get here, and I ain't leaving till I get a gander at this stone. I've got a key to learn about. A key, you say? Well, in that case, I suppose we do have a problem. Only one of us can pursue the key, so that makes you and I rivals, little cow. For I am Oleander, champion of the woodlands, the most powerful sorceress in Phonum. Last chance to back down, Bovine. It's quite clear you're no match for me. Not a chance, and you're gonna eat them words. Fine, if you insist, but let's make this quick. Alright. Now, we face off against yet another main character. Oh, I do love the floating book of evil magic. I mean, probably not evil magic. Maybe evil magic. You have no idea what you're in for, child. Go ahead and keep yakking. Won't do you a lick of good. Ah! Come on, elbow drop, elbow drop, elbow drop, can't lose. Okay, she's putting up a challenge. Okay, I like that her block usually uses her actual book as a shield. That's very fun. Okay, this might be cheap. Like, seems like you've got skills after all, but I am not so easily defeated. I love the dichotomy between her little portrait in the corner there, and at the bottom just like sneering at you. Very good. I don't actually remember how to use my super. Like there's like a whole button input sequence for us. That was educational. I might have underestimated her slightly. Are you listening, cow? Go home. You're finished. We're gonna continue that. Let's try that again. Now that I know this is I think the first like opponent that we've gotten to that like actually consistently blocks. So think booby trapped. What is your purpose? Speak. At least she is like, she's not she's nowhere near as superior as Violet was. Like, I very much enjoy Violet, but also she had so many text boxes to go through. This one, Oleander, however, this is good. Okay. The book just crawling its way back. Seems like you've got skills after all. I'm not so easily defeated. So you play. Come on. Ooh. Okay, we can do this. We can definitely do this. Oh. Let's crack my elbows once again. Inspect the monolith, advance the story. But yeah, actually, I've been slowly building like a small list of like games that have either demos or have like fairly short like playtimes for them, and I kind of want to do like a stream that's just a bunch of those to get those like sort of all out of the way in one go. Because they're all things that I like want to try, and this is part of the reason I do this stream is so that I can like have a dedicated time where I'm just doing some gaming that I want to try out and whatnot, because sometimes life is busy.
Playtime's over. Get back.
Oh, okay. Come on. Didn't even get through phase 1 in that. Okay. Oh, wait, did she have... I button mashed through that too quickly, but she had different dialogue for if she beats you in the first phase. That's really good. I almost want to throw the match so I can read that again. Yes, you think you're better than me, but you're not, like, a jerk about it. I'm like, to be fair to Oleander, she does have, like, straight-up magic. I mean, so did Velvet, but... Actually, yeah, I guess that would be fair to both of them. Like, I am just someone from the prairie. Like, I might hit like a truck, but I don't have magic or anything. I was doing better earlier. This is...
Didn't hurt.
You know what? We're just gonna let this play out. Not bad. Not as much of a pushover as I expected. See? Now I told you. I told you not to get in my way, foolish bovine. Now look at you. Pathetic. I like that though. That's like having the different character quotes depending on how far you got in a multi-stage fight that's a nice detail. But now we play for keeps. And who knows, if I get massively stuck on this, I might either go back to exploring more of the temple, or if I get very frustrated, maybe we'll try some of those other games. But we're only 20 minutes in, so we've got plenty of time here.
Get back! Not yet. I am no weakling. Stop! Gotcha! Away!
Come on. Okay. Made it, and we've got basically half health. Okay. Gonna check one thing. Looks like I can't actually... If I'm remembering correctly, there's like a button input combo for actually using your super gauge, and I should probably try to be using that. So we're going to give that a shot this time around. Oh, she can combo out of that. Interesting. Okay. Oh, this will not go well. Okay. Nope, we are gonna... It's saved right here. That's fine, so we're going to... Nay, I'm out. Is it extras? Is it options? Is it practice? Tutorials? Where did it go? Sometimes you just have to review... Super attacks, here we go.
Take your pick.
Sometimes you just have to go back into the menu and find, how do I do that thing again? Very strong attack called super. Be able to use, you must fill your meter first. Show at the bottom on the side. Number at the end shows your current level. Max out at 3. Come on. We're just gonna fill the meter. Sometimes you just gotta remember a tutorial. And you know what? That's fine. Me going back through all the menus in Monster Hunter to find out what that combo was again. Tramplines from a long distance, but the closer Arizona is, the more damage she does. Okay. Oh, you have to press. You do have to press 2 buttons at the same time. Okay. Okay. And sometimes, yeah, that's all I needed. Okay, so it was 2 different buttons at the same time. I thought it was like a double. You had to like press the button twice in quick succession, but good to know. So we will do our best to get through the first chunk of the fight, and then just open with our super in the second phase. And you know, hey, maybe this tactic still won't be enough, but we'll have tried something new. And let's... Come on. Launch. Lasso. There we go. Okay. And now we will attempt the super. Okay. Oh, and the super heat. Wait, did the super heal me? Okay. You know what? Oh, it's also something that can be jumped over. Good to know. Hey, and we finished with the elbow drop. Do not test me, Bovine. You will regret it. What? She can fly? She can fly? Okay. How do I... Oh. I just have to run out the clock? What? Okay. She has a Warlock Patron. What insolence! Filthy, wretched animal! How dare she make me use that much power? If you hadn't stepped in, oh, I'm touched. But really, that was all you. I love that the giant evil shadow being with a skull face is named Fred. That's... I just love that. That's great. Just who is she? That kind of strength is not at all common. Ahem. I need to clean myself up. One moment. Ah, that's better. Now I'm only damaged on the inside. Back to business. Fred, what in Amaryllis' saggy left ear are you doing? Aw, don't talk about Amy like that. I can almost certainly assure you nothing sagged. Ugh, I didn't need to know about my great-grandma, huh? Don't change the subject. Leave that alone. Are you kidding? We won, so we get to loot the body. That's the rules. Fine, but please make it quick. I'll be over here copying this inscription so I can at least pretend not to know what you're doing. You're the boss, Ollie. And don't call me Ollie. She might hear us. Let's see what we got here. Red scarf. Another red scarf. Yet another red scarf. Wow, this is eclectic. A memento from home, maybe? Weird. I'm starting to worry all this is worthless. Well, we're scraping the bottom here. Literally. This bag's nearly empty. Fake. He's just actually going through my entire inventory. This is delightful. Oh, this one's actually nice. Too bad I've got 6 already. Oh-ho! Here we go. And done. Let's get back home. I need to... Ooh, what is that? Let me see it. Well, this is unexpected. I guess fighting her wasn't a waste of time after all. We definitely need to take this. It's not like she'd know what to do with it anyway. And I won the fight. That's the rules, right? Mm-hmm, sure is. Marvelous. Let's get going. Time is short. Wow. Scripted losses in games. All right. Why, that good for nothing. Stuck up. Now's my chance. Gotta get the clue. She looks so sad. I can't make heads or tail out of any of this. Now what? Do I gotta start all over? What will I tell Pa? No, this ain't the end. There's always a way. There's gotta be another clue out there somewhere. I have to find it. I will find it. I'm champion of the prairie. Champion of the Prairie, 25 EXP. To be Oh! Okay, that's just to be continued. Thanks for playing. Okay then. That was... This is still like a largely like volunteer project, so they just might not be done with it yet. That's... Chapter select. Oh, we do have other... We'll be getting to Chapter 2 with Velvet later. Okay. Interesting. Well, with that being the case, then I think this is the part where I actually need to... Hang on, gotta do this. I will actually drop out of this briefly. We will mute the game capture. We will pull up the center logo, which is just kind of my please stand by. And I will pull up one of the other game demos that I was planning on doing. I could try doing just some random matches online, but I'm, like I said, not great at fighting games. So instead, we will switch over to another game. As I pull up my Steam library and go from there. But making sure not to read my password out over the stream, because sometimes I do that. Library. Where did it go? You know what? We are indeed going to go with a demo. Yeah, we will go. Making sure that this works out well. Yes, here we go. Okay. We can get rid of the center logo. We can very briefly change the title of this. Actually, you know what? No, I did want to do this more as... We're going to do a different game, actually. I'm going to pull up, because it ended early, unexpectedly, and I wanted to do like the game demos as their own separate stream, we will actually change back over to our default. Oh, don't do this to me. One moment, everyone. Why? There. Okay, that's what I had to do for it. Perfect. Yes, as we switch over to Plascid Plastic Duck Simulator, because I haven't gone back to this in a while, and I think it's very fun, and it's a good time when the stream ends early, and I want to try other things. So we're going to resume. Actually, we're going to start with a new area. Oh. New game in... Oh. I don't actually have access to that one. So I only have the base game for Plascid Plastic Duck Simulator, so we're going to resume at Infinity Cool, because we still have quite a few ducks left in here, actually. And we rain them down from on high. Yeah, I was not expecting there to be only that small amount left of them's fighting herds, but here we are. So now we're going to go back to our Plascid Duck Simulator. For those who don't know, Plastic Placid Duck Simulator is exactly what you see on screen right now. Is the signal actually going through? One moment. I need to make sure this is actually running. Please tell me it's doing what I want it to. Do we have a signal going through? It says it's streaming. So at least going through there. Ah, that's the problem. I see now. I'm gonna mute that. I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to go to there. And there we go. Okay. Now we are back with, I will actually, because I think it's very fun, we will save. So yes, we're going to go back to Plascid Plastic Duck Simulator. I just want to reload so that I'm sure that we get the initial rain of ducks, because that is one of my favorite parts of this game. Apologies about that brief tech issue. But yes, this is Plascid Plastic Duck Simulator. I actually booted this up once, a few times in the past, mostly as a, like, there was one time where I just did it as, you know, this is what I'm doing because it's been a rough week. And then a few other times where it's been a nice way to sort of chill out when another game wraps up early and I want to still have some time in the stream. So the main point of this game is to watch a bunch of lovely little plastic ducks float around a pool and interact with each other in fun and interesting ways, as we just let them all plop on in. Oh yes, and as you can see there, not quite all of them are just plastic ducks. Some of them are perhaps made out of stone, and have fun patterns, and maybe aren't so placid as they float around and sometimes have interesting interactions with each other. Hello, are you made out of lava? You are made out of lava. You are slowly steaming as you're in the water. Are you going to harden into something? Are you going to eventually cool off? I don't remember you from last time I was on here. Oh, yeah, and as you can see in the background, we have the dragon duck that breathes fire, and the firefighter duck that... The firefighter duck that sprays water. I wonder if that reacts with the lava duck. Oh, yes, and we have our little propeller hat duck over here, which occasionally flies into the sky. On fire, I'm a torch, but life goes on. Oh! Oh! The corduroy duck is on fire. The corduroy duck is on fire. Or flannel duck. Flannel? Flannel. That's flannel. I'm suddenly realizing I don't actually know what corduroy is, other than, you know, a type of fabric. Huh. But yes, yeah, this is just a nice game that it's just nice and calming. That's a good question, Icelos. I don't know if the ducks can die. I would hope not. That this is Plascid Plastic Duck Simulator. I would hope that we do not encounter the questions of mortality here. Like the fire. Okay, the fire is still basically in the same spots that it seems to be. Like, it doesn't seem to be spreading. It doesn't seem like there's any, like, damage to the duck. Like, there's no... Like, the fire is there, but there's no singeing, there's no burning. It's just on fire. So, presumably, eventually, we will get Firefighter Duck within... Oh, is Firefighter Duck in range? Almost. Like... Also, this game, it just is a really good physics engine. Like, things bounce off of each other, momentum works the way it should, like, There is so much about this game that is really well done that did not need to be. But that's also kind of what makes it great. But yeah. Oh. But yeah, I can't believe that we were really right at the end of the story mode for fighting herds. So, we're here with, Plascid Duck time. I guess this is the part where I pitch my YouTube channel. Yeah, all the streams that I have, I do record them, so they are also... Oh, the fire can spread! The fire can spread! The fire can spread! Fire can spread. The wooden duck is now on fire. Okay. So now we have the question of how many ducks are flammable. Wood makes sense. Flannel makes sense. Cloth. Wood. Most of these are like still also plastic, which, you know, would just melt rather than burn, but they're not melting. So, are there any others that... That's camo. There was like a moss duck that I had around. Those are two ducks that are various types of stone down there, so they're probably fine. Yeah, okay, the moss duck is down here. Okay. Moss and wood are still on fire. Lava duck is still just floating around, steaming slowly. And does not appear... I don't think it's gotten any, like, less glowy and hot. So maybe it just stays like this. Interesting. Oh, the firefighter duck is like... Okay, you're nearby the ducks that are on fire, but you're not pointed in the right direction. Right, I was gonna put in the reminder about the YouTube channel. Yeah, I also upload the recordings of all the streams onto the YouTube channel, which is just CozyCryptidGaming, all one word, same as the Picardo channel. And they're usually up by very early in the morning, the day after I do the streams. So for the most part, that's very early in the day on Tuesday, Eastern time. And if I do any Thursday streams, they're usually up on the Friday. And it's just a way to make sure that I have, you know, copies and recordings of them somewhere. Oh no, the beanie duck is outside the pool! We are... No! He's so sad! Oh, he has righted himself. He is flying. He is drifting further away from the pool. We are on a journey. We're gonna check back in. Yep, two ducks still on fire. Firefighter duck still off on the side. Propeller duck is stuck against the wall. But if the same pattern holds, the next time it goes upwards, it might actually make it out that window. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Come on, come on, come on, you can do it, you can do it. If the wind catches... The wind is blowing you away this time. I was hoping you would go out into the open ocean and be free. But seems like not this time. We're gonna get back to the pool. Wait, where's the other ducks? Where's the other fire duck? Aha! Dragon duck is down here. Flannel duck is still on fire, but not taking any more damage. The moss duck is down here, so we might get contact with moss duck and flannel duck and see if the fire spreads there. But yeah. Yeah, and I try to keep the YouTube videos, sort of organized. Like anything that is multiple episodes of the same game gets its own playlist, and they are, or they should all be, organized by in order, so you can just start at the beginning and keep going. And then there's the giant pile of assorted one-off games that are just ones where either I've only done them once or I'll eventually get back to them, but just haven't yet. So, but yeah, it's been fun doing this. We're actually coming up on the 1-year anniversary of me streaming, so that's fun. It would be really funny if they dropped the New Game Plus update for Another Crab's Treasure around then, because I started streaming on release day of Another Crab's Treasure. So if they managed to get it done in time for their 1-year anniversary, it would also be my 1-year anniversary. So that's fun. One can dream. Oh, come on, knock into the flannel duck. Yes. Move me a little closer to the... No. Oh, I was hoping... Oh, maybe. Contact. And... contact with a flaming duck does not ignite the moss duck. Good to know. Oh, and the dragon was so close. Oh, so close to igniting the moss duck. Come on. Breathe fire one more time. One more time, buddy. One more time. Come on, you can do it. The fire is under control. The firefighter duck did its job! It put out the other fire! Sorry, I just got a... oh, wow. Direct hit from the fire did not ignite the moss duck. Sorry, I got a little achievement notification that said the fire is under control, and it looks like the wood duck is no longer on fire. So yeah, the firefighter duck can in fact put out those fires. Excellent. Now we just need the firefighter duck to get over to the flannel duck. A process that I unfortunately do not really have any control over. Hello? Huh. You're just nice little flowers. And the duck that makes my eyes hurt. Yeah, any optical illusion patterns like that always really make my eyes hurt. So I try to avoid looking at that duck. And then, yeah, this lava one is just staying over here. It's not cooling off at all. But yeah, this is just a nice time. Actually, you know, we do have an hour. How many ducks do we have left? Oh, that's not the right button. Collection. Oh, we could start naming all the ducks, but at this point there's so many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 ducks. Oh, there's a lot of expansions. Special ducks. Oh, these are the gamer ducks. Okay. That only get dropped off by UFOs. How many ducks are there? Okay. We're just gonna let this continue. Hopefully, we'll get to see some firefighter action, and get a few more ducks by the end of the stream, certainly. But yeah, yeah, them's fighting herds. That was a fun time. Like I've said before, fighting games are not like my strong suit by any means. They're partly because they're just something that I never super got into. Like, have I played a fair bit of Super Smash Bros? Yes. Was I ever really good at it? No. I'm not a person who's like entering tournaments or anything. It was a fun thing to it's a fun thing to do with friends. Like there are always like fun challenge modes you can figure out as a way to like just have a fun afternoon hanging out with people with Smash Bros as the excuse to hang out, sort of like how plenty of people play bowling as a way to hang out with their friends. Like, it's a hobby, but actual proper fighting games, never really got into them. Like I said, I have the newest Guilty Gear game because it looks really cool, and I've tried playing it. It's been a fun time messing around in the story mode for that. I don't have a way of streaming it at the moment because that's on my Switch, and I don't have a capture card set up. Oh. The duck is no longer on fire! Wait, that's the wood duck. Oh, it's not the dragon duck, it's the lava duck! The lava duck is the one that actually ignites things. Okay. Which means we need to get the moss duck to touch the lava duck. I see. I see. Okay. Come on, firefighter. It's on. It's been lit up again. Please go do your job. Thank you for having a job. Oh! And you have also gone. You've also been put out. Interesting. I need to keep better. There's actually things going on that I need to keep track of now. Dang. Where was I though? Yeah. Fighting games. I probably, now that I've gone through that chunk of the story mode for them's fighting herds, if they add more of the story, I might stream more of that. It's not going to be really a priority, because fun as it was, it's not super my usual thing. If there's like a gameplay genre that I will pretty much always do, it's any kind of like exploration-based RPG. Also a game I probably won't stream because everyone has streamed it to death at this point, but Breath of the Wild, the Zelda game, that's very much my jam. Zelda games in general, I would describe as exploration-based role-playing games. I've been playing Zelda games since I was a kid. It's a good series. It's a fun time. When I eventually get a capture card set up going, I will probably try to do Minish Cap, because that was where I started for Zelda games. It is something that I know like the back of my hand, and it's the one that's the most like, for me it's a cozy game, because like some of the games I've played on here are like get into fairly heavy topics or have some like creepy elements to them that might not be your standard cozy game that you think of when most people say cozy games. But they're comforting to me, and that's more the vibe that we're going with. It's also the reason it's Cozy Cryptid Gaming. Some of them are a little odd, maybe a little bit creepy is fine. Like all the various deep sea things in Another Crab's Treasure. But, oh, we have a new duck. It's a duck with sunglasses. Excellent. Wait, hang on. Do those? Oh, those even have like dimension to them. Like the little white spots are actually set in a little bit. That's really cool. Yeah, flannel duck is no longer on fire. Wooden duck cannot catch a break. But yeah, I enjoy games that encourage exploring their environment, just immersing yourself in the world. I've never actually played Skyrim, mostly because I kind of just don't like how it looks, if I'm being entirely honest. And I also, like, very much missed the boat on when Skyrim was first, like, huge. I just didn't have a computer or a console that could play it. So I was playing other things, and, like, just never got into it. But, like, big fan of the entire Zelda series. It's not a cozy game, but, Dishonored is a game that very much encourages exploring and learning more about its world, and just sort of investigating every little nook and cranny, and you have gone out without any seeming new stimulus, except for the fact it started snowing. So I guess precipitation also puts out the fires, which does make sense. Why does this game have so many in-depth systems? It's just about floating ducks in a pool. Why? It's great. I love it. Oh. But we're just hanging out on a tiny tropical... I mean, it's technically an island, but, like, this is a tiny little spit of land that just is here. Wait, where's the beanie duck? Where's the beanie duck? We're gonna keep hitting tab until I find the beanie duck. Because it was bouncing around on the porch, deck, patio. This is a patio, technically. Where are you? Where are you? Where is the beanie duck? Where is my helicopter beanie duck? Thank you for the turning on the night lights game, but where is the beanie duck? Can I get to it through the collection? No. Resume. Okay. We're gonna start with that sky blue and flowers duck, and we're just gonna cycle through. I think it does go through all of them in order. You just need to actually... Huh. Yeah, I'm not seeing the beanie duck, so it's just... somewhere. Lurking. Trying to fly still. Huh. Presumably it will come back at some point. But that's... wild. But yeah. Where was I going with stuff? yeah, other games I want to try out. Actually, I mean, I know. I think Isolos, you were the one who recommended it to me. 2 Point Museum as a like, not quite a city builder, but as like a management, like theme park simulator game. Because I don't actually have any real experience with those. But that game looks very much up my alley. My sort of thing. Like it's letting me do. It lets me build my own fossil museum. Sure, there's other parts of a history museum, but like I'm here for the fossils. Hello, alien duck. Oh, there's like really good detail with like the little like creases and wrinkles around the eyes. That's great. Neat. Oh, I need some more water. But yeah, so 2 Point Museum is probably a game that we will end up playing in the semi-near future. I need to re-look at my budget for like what new games can I afford to get. I'm currently between jobs, but I'm interviewing for some new ones. So once I have a new thing lined up and income again, I will go back to looking at new games. But for now, we're just sort of sticking with ones that I have and have had and have just in the backlog, or ones that have free demos, because demos for games can also be a very fun time. There's a couple of those that I want to try. One of them is called Aethermancer, which is more of a roguelike game where you are kind of doing a bit of a Pokemon thing, where you're just getting new magical critters and running around trying to survive slaying monsters, and then when you inevitably fail a run of it, you can go back and summon some of those monsters again and have them work for you and see if you can get any farther next time. But that's one of them. There's another demo that I wanted to try called Squirreled Away, which is a like exploring, crafting simulator where you play as a squirrel trying to build a nice little squirrel nest for yourself and are just running through the park and people's backyards and everything. But you're also like building little like paper airplane wings for yourself as a hang glider, or like when I say building a nest, it's more like building your own like full-on like birdhouse looking thing. Oh, hello. You are the pre texture asset of a duck. This is very good. This is very the secret sub-ocean in Wheelborn. I like that. That's a good duck. Yeah, Aethermancer, Squirreled Away. There were also like some very short games that I wanted to try out. Oh, I hear the aliens. I hear the aliens. Hello. Oh, it's the mouse duck. I do love that the mouse duck, the gamer computer duck, and the actual gamer duck, those three only show up by being dropped off by aliens. Like, those are delightful. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like setting the ducks on fire just has them be on fire for a little while until they are put out. So the ducks cannot die. Huzzah! Oh, and speaking of being on fire, hello, flannel duck. You gotta stop touching the lava there, buddy. Like, I know it looks so appetizing. Maybe that says something about me. But, like, does anybody else, like, sometimes see lava and go, I wonder what it tastes like? The answer is burning. But, like, there's a small part of your brain that goes, So, but maybe that's just me. Boop. Bounce. Bounce. Ah. But yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of other short games, mostly that are on itch.io. There's one, actually it's probably the one that I'm gonna play next time. Dark Queen of Mortholm. I need to actually download a couple of these, but that one you play as a like video game final boss, and it's, you know, at first you have the hero who comes in and tries to slay you, and they're very easy to squash because you are the most powerful thing in the universe. But then the hero respawns and comes back, and it comes back, and it comes back, and starts learning your attack patterns, and learning how to dodge, and jump, and get better at the game, and goes from there. And just, it seems like a really fun concept. The designer of it refers to it as an anti-game. Yeah, anti-game. Yeah, pronunciation. So that's one that I definitely want to try. And yeah, and there's a couple other games that I've got on deck that I might eventually do. It's not necessarily the most cozy game, but it's comforting to me, at least. When we get, like, farther into October and spooky season. I know last year I did Plants vs. Zombies. I probably won't do that again because I get way too sucked into the, like, actual gameplay of that, and it's not great to watch necessarily. But I am a very big fan of the Overlord games by Triumph Studios, and written by Rihanna Pratchett, daughter of the late Sir Terry Pratchett, of the Discworld novels. But I'm a very big fan of the Overlord games, so I might bring that back around October of this year, because I have a soft spot for those games. For me, they're very comforting, even if you are just sort of delighting in being an evil fantasy warlord with your army of little goblins and causing havoc. But I find it oddly comforting, so maybe we'll do that one. But yeah, and like, we've gotten a few suggestions from chat members before of various games, so always feel free to suggest various games, and I will certainly check them out and maybe give them a whirl on stream. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I've had a very fun weekend. I had a friend come over as sort of a late birthday, like a late birthday celebration, and it was very nice. But also, I have been up since very early, and yeah, once we're done with stream, I will probably call it a night there. But this is a nice way to end out the day, which is kind of what I always wanted this to be. Just like hanging out with friends, showing fun video games, nice place to chill. Turning the camera so I don't have to look at the duck that occasionally gives me a headache. we're almost there for our next duck, actually. Oh, no, panda duck. Going back to pre-rendered, like, pre-texture rendering duck. Turned off the lights, but the sun has not quite come over the horizon just yet. Still trying to figure out what the... Is that? No, that's mallard duck. For a second I thought that was the beanie duck, but... Once again, the beanie duck, I guess, is still missing. Like, where did it end up? Like, last I saw, it was still, like, in the back corner of the patio. And now it's just completely vanished. Go figure. Oh. Boing! I do hope it's in, like, one of the various duck pools. There is some sort of achievement for, like, getting the 8-ball duck into, like, a little tiny chunk of a corner somewhere. Just 8-ball corner pocket. That would be very fun. Used to actually play a lot of pool with my dad, because there was, it was just at the local community center, they had a pool table, and we just hang out there and play pool. Oh no! Sir Duckington Esquire the Third! Welcome to the pool, good sir! Oh no, you have to rub shoulders with the punk duck who swears. It blows bubbles! It's a little bubble, pipe. That's so good! Yes, what a dapper little duck indeed, Icelos. Oh no. Oh, what a good little friend. We still got at least one more duck to go. I haven't ever actually timed how long it takes for a new duck to spawn. I mean, I could look it up, but that just feels like cheating. Which, like, isn't true in, like, every game. It just, for this, that feels like, yeah, I don't need to know exactly how long it takes for a new duck to spawn in. There's a little meter there, it fills up, and then there's a new duck. That's fine. Other games, it's like, nah, sometimes you want to know how long it takes for some things to happen, or the, wait, what am I doing? Have I actually exhausted every option? Is there something I'm missing? Like, use online guides. Look up things when you're stuck. Like, I'm streaming games, but, like, I don't have anything to prove to anyone. Like, if you want to ask for help, ask for help. Like, that applies to other things too, not just video games, but video games is one of the main areas that I can actually claim some degree of, like, if not expertise, then at least, like, a significant amount of experience. But also, like, don't be afraid to ask for help in things in the rest of your life as well. Like, everybody needs help sometimes. Oh! Flaming duck through the chute. Hello, wooden duck. It's actually, I mean, if the firefighter duck turns a little, you might actually be able to be put out. Oh. Yeah, this is just good vibes. Still can't tell what is over on that little tiny spit of rock over there. Like, it could just be another little rock sticking up out of, like, that little chunk there could just be another little rock sticking up off of this other rock or sand bar, whatever it is. But from some angles, it looks like it could be like the lip of a vase or something. Like, I'm not sure what that is. Way out there. There doesn't seem to be a way for me to, like, really get a better look at it, either. Yeah, because one of these ducks that are technically closer, if I zoom in enough to actually... Oh, it's a shell, I think. I think it's one of those, like, conch shells with the little, like, pokey bits sticking out the sides. I think. Might be it. Oh, hello, Kiss Duck. You're floating just off center, so you can't quite get sucked into the tube. Guess we're waiting for somebody else to knock you in a little closer. Hello, Pride Duck. This one makes me happy. Oh! Dia de los Muertos Duck. Oh, remember when we got this one, but cool. Cozy, sleepy vibes with ducks. A good thing to have on a Monday evening, honestly. Yeah, there's also a cooking game that I've been meaning to play on stream called Venba, which is a much chiller cooking game as opposed to Battle Chef Brigade. And looks a little bit more like, okay, here's how you would actually like mix the ingredients like in a bowl rather than, you know, using match 3 games to cook food. But it's mostly about South Asian cooking, which I have been meaning to learn more about because I've enjoyed what of it I've had. I really love Indian food as well. I like a lot of I like food just in general. Like, general statement, I really like food. Like, yeah, I don't really have, like, a particular favorite. Like, there are, like, favorite ways of preparing certain things. Like, if I'm gonna have lamb, I'm just gonna have Indian food. Because, like, I've had other ways of preparing lamb, and my favorite is doing it in as a lamb korma sauce. So, oh, I didn't press a button there. Oh, I did not, but the notebook that I was leaning on did. That's on me. Dapper little duck. That's a very good one. But yeah, it's just been. But yeah, I like good food, and I will certainly try anything once. I have learned that I don't really enjoy asparagus. Like, I've tried it a bunch of different ways of cooking it, and it's just never been my thing, no matter how long it's been, how it's prepared. Just not something I've enjoyed. Mushrooms I've come around on. Also olives, but I credit that more with finally getting to taste good olives. This has just turned into Cozy talks about food, which is fine, but oh, we're about to get another duck, and what do we got? Give me the next duck. getting another duck game? There we go. Well, oh, it's like an old black and white cartoon style duck. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Neat. It does make it look slightly like a pigeon. I enjoy pigeons. They're good birds. Even if my main instinct whenever I see one in the wild is grab it. Just do it. Just grab the pigeon. No idea what I'll do with it if I actually did. But also then again, my grandfather actually used to raise pigeons. Specifically homing pigeons and Birmingham rollers, which are called that because they their courtship ritual is flying up very high and then doing loop-de-loops on the way down and basically playing chicken with the ground, which is mostly perfectly fine, and they just looks cool. Sometimes they don't make it, but hey, that's nature for you. But yeah, my grandfather used to raise pigeons, and I never actually met him, but heard a lot of stories. Oh, hello, 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 Mallard. Did you? I guess the slide was a little too powerful for you, and you've ended up over here. On the one hand, no, you should go back to the rest of the ducks. On the other, well, now you get to experience being in the grass. Neat. Huh. Were you inspired by the propeller duck? Did you decide you also wanted to see the world? Oh, you have fully rolled over. Your head is fully in the dirt. And you're continuing to roll. Are you slowly rolling back to the pool? What are you? Yeah, no, you're not staying just upright. You are just continuing to roll. Okay. Let's see where this goes. I'm Why is this the thing that I am suddenly invested in? Oh. Yeah, it's not rolling. Oh, now it's rolling back. Okay, okay. Me moving the mouse around doesn't seem to have any great effect on it. But you've landed over here. Huh. I would love, like, an interview with the developers on just, like, why? Also, how? Just... There's so much of a physics engine that goes into this, and just so much else that goes into it, that... Sure, it exists. Cool. But, like, why? And I have a feeling that the answer is because we thought it would be fun. And you know what? Sometimes that's all the reason you need. There's also, actually, the boat in the background actually reminds me there's another game that I find very cozy, that I wouldn't mind playing on stream, but also, it's actually one that I probably wouldn't play on stream, even though I find it very cozy, and it is definitely a little bit of a cryptid game, because it's kind of just the game that I have, like, specifically for me that I play, like, on on my Switch, which is Dredge, the Eldritch fishing minigame game, where you go around as a new angler to this place called the Marrows, and you fish up some fish, and sometimes they don't quite look right, and maybe there's a little more going on to the secrets of Greater Marrow and the surrounding islands than first appears to be. Great little game. Very fun time. If you've ever been a fan of fishing mini games in anything, this is a game for you. But it's probably one that I wouldn't actually stream because I like having that as just a thing that I just do for me. But we'll see. Might do it at some point. I have not played the most recent DLC, but I do have the collector's edition, so I can just do all of it. Because I was a really big fan of that game. Oh, if the lava duck can set other ducks on fire, it should be able to overheat the computer duck. Like, the mouse duck, it's fine if it doesn't do anything to, but, like, the actual computer duck, it should be able to overheat it. That would be fun. That would be really good. Oh, and it's clearly had a run-in with the wooden duck again. Oh, wooden duck. I'm glad that you can't actually come to any... I hadn't made the alien duck quack until now. Perhaps this is a good thing. I will stop. Mallard duck is still slowly making its way back to the pool! Congratulations! Come on. Come on, you can do it. Making it squeak doesn't actually seem to speed up the process, but it makes me feel better. Come on, you're almost there, little buddy. Come on. Almost there. Almost there. You've almost got this. Oh. No. Come on. Come on, you're almost there. Oh, you're so close. Come on. Come on, little buddy. Come on. Come on. Almost, almost. Center of gravity has shifted. Come on, come on. Come on, don't leave us hanging. Don't literally leave us hanging here. Hey! Congrats, Mallard. You made it back to the pool. How was your adventure, little guy? Is that so? Tell me more about that. Fascinating. Huh, and we have a new... Oh, we have 2 new... Hello? Ah, there's our gamer duck. We also had... Hang on, there was another... It had like a white head to... There you are. It's a submarine duck. Oh, you have... That little motor really goes. Okay. Alright. Oh! And you submerge as well. Okay. Well, you'll create an interesting dynamic and things. Huh. I will not start singing Yellow Submarine. I will not start singing Yellow Submarine. I will not subject my viewers to that audio experience. Ooh. Huh. is a nice little design, though. Whee! Ugh. The flamingo is still slowly making its way back into the pool. Oh. Oh, no, okay. For a second there was like a dip in the frames. It was like, oh, don't tell me I have a connection issue again, but we appear to be fine. Whee! Up into the gravity tube. We're halfway to our next dock. Just double check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ducks remaining. About 20 minutes left in the stream. We might actually get to our full 46 ducks tonight. That'd be something. Dang, then I'll either have to... then either I can just reload in next time with all of the ducks unlocked and see what chaos ensues. You know, for a very generous definition of the word chaos. Or I can maybe get one of the other pools and see what happens then. Because I'm actually not sure if you have to either buy the other pools individually or if they unlock after you've gotten all the ducks in one pool. We'll find out. But yeah. Yeah, and outside of this, I was doing a Pokemon Omega Ruby Nuzlocke, and then I got too stressed about it and decided, you know what, I'm not gonna like stop using Pokemon if they faint. I am gonna keep up with the only catch the first Pokemon you see in a given area, because it does force me to use Pokemon that I don't normally make use of, and that's been very fun. But I wasn't having a fun time with how stressed it was making me. So I was like, you know what? I'll keep part of the spirit of this game, but I will not do the part that is stressing me out. And that's always a thing that you can do. So for those who don't know, somehow, a Nuzlocke run of Pokemon is one where you, instead of being able to catch any Pokemon you want at any time, you only catch the first one you encounter in every area, and instead of, being able to revive your fainted Pokemon after they've dropped to 0 health, if that happens, you put them in your in-game storage computer and can't use them again. And it's a way of increasing the challenge and forcing you to use Pokemon you wouldn't otherwise use, and otherwise just imposing some limits on the game. And there's people who've made their own versions and variations, but at this point it's actually, I don't know if you really can do it anymore in some of the newer games, because it's a little hard to fully randomize your encounters, if I'm remembering the last one I played. But still, it is a fun challenge, and it does force you to use different Pokemon. But I like being able to still use the Pokemon that I went through the trouble of catching and raising, even if I am imposing some limits on which ones I'm catching. But I'm getting close to finishing that. as just like a nice little thing for myself outside of streaming, just as my own gaming. Mostly I have a Breloom, Grumpig, and Torkoal that are really doing a lot of work, and I've never used that combination, and I haven't actually used those 3 Pokemon in any previous runs, so yay! Trying out stuff that you wouldn't normally do. Huzzah! We're back into the dark of... or, not quite the dark of night. We have the nice little twilight just after sunset, as the lights start slowly clicking back on. Just gonna... Nope. Just while we're waiting for the duck meter to go back up, I'm gonna try a few passwords here. Nope. Well, I'm out of ideas. There's gotta be like a hint somewhere that I'm not seeing or haven't found yet of how to get through that door, but I haven't encountered it yet. So, but we're almost to a new duck, so let's see what we've got. It's a oh! Oh, it's a cherry blossom print. Oh, that's really nice. Cute. Huh. Leaves us with 4 more to go. Yeah, at this rate I think we probably will get the remaining 4 of them before normal stream time ends. And that will be a good way to wrap things up for the evening. And then there might be a bonus stream later this week. There might not. That will depend on how a couple schedule things shake out. But next week will definitely be either trying out those 2 demos that I mentioned, or it will be like a pile of really short games. Either way, definitely feel free to check in or check out the recording afterwards. Yeah, I like I'm gonna try to troll for more demos of things, just because I really like that games let you have demos so you can like try things out ahead of time and see if you want to continue with them without having to, you know, buy the whole game and then, oh, if I don't like it I have to like try to return it or like resell it or whatever. It's like when books have like, oh, here's like the first chapter of the next book at the back of the previous one, or things like that. Sorry, for a second I thought I saw one of the non-flammable ducks being on fire, but maybe that was just the dragon duck breathing fire at it. But yeah, I like the idea of just trying out a bunch of game demos, and that being sort of how I pick what the next game might be. That was actually how we used to pick out what anime we would watch next in the anime clubs that I've been in. It was just like, you know, everybody pitch your idea for an anime. We'll whittle it down to like four or five of them. We'll watch the first episode of each of them, and we'll like decide based on that. And you know, pretty good system. I think that can work for a lot of TV shows as well. Yeah, a lot of people would say you should give something like maybe the first 2 episodes, which like is also fair. But if you're like trying to get through, like decide between a bunch of different things, yeah, like do a first episode bracket list and pick one. Me, I'm waiting for season 2 of Delicious in Dungeon to come out because that is absolutely a comfort show for me. I love Senshi. He's a good man. Dwarf, but you know. You know what I mean. I would love to have him around and have him cook for me, or to have him teach me how to cook more accurately. Also, the radio definitely changes because I haven't heard the whatever the sample that's talking about the giant plastic duck experiment. I haven't heard that one. I think this entire stream actually. So I don't know if it's just randomized based on like when you first load in, if it's dependent on like how many ducks you've unlocked. That would actually, Yeah, because like this theme that's going right now, this like elevator music at the beach, for lack of a better definition. Like, this has always been part of the looping songs every time I've played this. But, like, other chunks of other segments on the radio have not always been there. Oh, hello, little submarine duck. Oh! Submarine duck, perhaps you do not want to crash into the duck that is made out of lava. Like, most of your brethren can seem to survive an encounter with that, but you have a pressurized hull, perhaps coming in contact with something that is around 1400 degrees at minimum Fahrenheit would be not the best option for you. I think it's like 1400 is like your standard low end for molten rock. That's like powdered gypsum. Like gypsum, I think, gets about that temperature. If I'm remembering some geology classes that I took. But I'm probably misremembering that. But that's what looking things up for and correcting me in future streams is about. Or not. But whee! They're just such good little ducks. I've probably mentioned it before, but I actually have a small collection of them that are on the dashboard of of our car because I used to get them from those like little claw games at rest areas when I was doing little trips to go visit my partner when we were long distance. And it was just like a nice little thing to like stop at a rest area, like play the claw game, grab a duck, and then add it to the collection of just little gifts for them when I was coming to visit. It was nice. Actually, that's the sort of game that I will definitely not be streaming, is any kind of like claw game, like simulator, because I will get too into that. It's just not one that I will do. So yeah, looks like we are slowly approaching dawn once again. And we're almost to a fresh duck with a fresh day. Let's see what we've got. Come on. Load in. What do we got? Oh, you are very glowy. Hello? You are... Are you actually a glow-in-the-dark duck? Like, there are no lines on you whatsoever, so your beak kind of disappears. As do the edges of your... Oh, it was a submarine duck bouncing around. That's what was going on in the corner of my vision. Yeah, you look like you might be the right shade to be a glow-in-the-dark duck. Like the glow-in-the-dark paint stars. But, yeah. Oh, yep. There we go. Yep, you are no longer anywhere near as visible because we're not actually dark enough. Yeah, this is the glow-in-the-dark duck. Cool.
Al nord è generalmente poco nuvoloso, salvo locali aumenti della nuvolosità sull'arco alpino, dove non si escludono locali piovaschi.
Leave this with 3. 3 remaining.
You are going into the future.
But yeah, thanks for hanging out, everybody. Like, I know we're not quite at the end of the stream yet, but like, it was an unexpectedly short session of them's fighting herds, and then some tech changes while I tried to get another game up and running, and then we settled for Plascid Plastic Ducks because it's a good way to round out anything whenever my planned game ends early. So it's a nice time. And yeah, we'll definitely be doing like either a couple of demos or a couple of really short games next, and then working our way through things. I might actually consolidate a list of other games and let chat vote on them for what we do next. After I do the like demos and short games streams, at least. Because I have a couple more options that are like sitting around in my game backlog. I have one called Cat Quest, which I found recently. As a just, it happened to be I get a lot of my games recently from Epic Games' like free game of the week, which on the one hand I feel a bit bad about for not paying the developers directly, but from what I understand, they give, like, if people are getting those games through Epic's free game service, there's a certain amount that like Epic gives back to those developers. If that's not true, I will amend that in future streams, but Also, it looked like a very cute game that if I end up really liking it, I will definitely either get another copy of it or like get the, I believe it has some sequels, but it is a like standard little fantasy adventure game where you play as an adorable cat, and that will definitely be on the list of future games. So, yeah. But yeah, that'll definitely be one. Another Crab's Treasure, going back to that. 2 Point Museum. Yeah, I could get a nice little poll going for different options. Almost there. Almost there for maybe not our last duck of the collection, but it might end up being the last duck of the stream at this rate, but we shall see. Oh, and it's snowing again. What part of the world is this supposed to be in, where we get snow on a regular basis, but also have palm trees? Like, I know it's probably possible under many different, under many different possibilities, but like, I don't know enough about weather and like ocean currents or anything like that, so maybe that's something that I could do is like sort of like that. Somebody's got to have a fun project of that, and if no one does, hello YouTube community, can someone please try to figure out, based on weather patterns and whatnot, where this island in Plascid Plastic Duck Simulator could realistically be on planet Earth? Because I think that would be a fun little challenge. Oh, and the flamingo is back in the pool. Excellent. Well, the flamingo is also trapping several ducks. Oh no. One of them is the dapper duck. Do we have a nice do we have a little private soiree? Oh wow, that's like, that might be the max. No, you can fit like at least one more duck in there. All right. Well, we have a little private soiree. Where's the knife? Oh no, but the knife duck is right there. Oh, the knife duck has been bounced away. Perhaps the private soiree will be able to continue in peace for a while. Oh, that's very fun. I like that. And the little gamer duck with his headset kind of looking like a bouncer outside of the private party. That's very fun. Oh no, we're gonna have a blockade. Oh no. Oh, no. We're getting slowly bounced away. Slowly bounced out of the way. Oh, hello, submarine duck. Oh. UFO? UFO. Oh, yep. It's the gaming rig duck. Okay. Oh. Alright, we're a little past our normal endpoint, but we are just about to get a new duck, so we will get this new duck, and then probably call it there. this has been a fun little stream. It was a little more chill than I was initially expecting, but that's never a bad thing. So come on, new duck, let's see what you've got. Oh. Ooh, it's like polished. That is a polished bronze. You can tell by the yeah, because that green doesn't. No, that green does actually move with us as we rotate it. So that it's probably not actually an oxidization to it. Okay, so that might be gold. It's pretty scratched and dented. No, there's black in there, which, I mean, that could be dirt. Okay, so like gold doesn't oxidize, it doesn't rust or corrode or discolor, famously. But you can get like little pockets in there where you get like dirt and bacteria and whatnot, and that can turn black because you've got like residue on it. But it's not the actual gold doing that. So I think we just have a floating golden duck. Certainly looks gold. Could be really well polished bronze, but who knows? Alright, well, with that little bit of metallurgy as our newest duck, we've got a few more of them left to wait out for next time, but it's a little past the end of normal stream, so I think this is where we're actually going to call it for the night. Yep, 44 of 46, so we're almost there for next time. But thank you all for being here. It's been a lovely night. I'll have the recording of this up on YouTube, which again is CozyCryptidGaming, as it says on my little text box up there. But yeah, stay tuned. Next week we will be back with either a bunch of short games or a couple of demos. I might just flip a coin to decide which. But either way, until next time, take care of yourselves, remember to drink water, and as always, stay cozy, everybody. Have a great night.